Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you very much for joining me again today for another card making tutorial. And we're going to be making this really simple friendship card today, using some new products and some old favourites. So we've got the this new Biggest Wish stamp set, which is just really cute. Really love this, and there's been lots of examples of cards using this, so very popular stamp set there, Biggest Wish. And then we have the Blossoms in Bloom stamp set, which carried over from the was it from the annual catalogue last year? Anyway, it stuck around from somewhere. So yeah, really nice firm favourite. We've got some really simple stamping that we can do to make this card. We are going to change the colours up though, as you might imagine. So the we're going to use the Stamparatus tool just to help us with the stamping today. So I've already got the blooms on there. We're going to use some blue tones, so I've got a Pool Party card base that I've got there, and a Night of Navy layer. So those two colours go together really well, don't they? You know, really nice combo. And then I've got a basic white layer here to stamp onto. So I'm just going to check that's going to be lined up well enough. Yep, that's fine. So we're using our lightest ink colour here, just to apply the ink to our stamp over here on the window. So the Stamparatus is a superb tool for making sure that you get your stamps positioned correctly. And it's really useful for these larger ones. So this is too big for an E block, and the F block is an absolutely huge thing, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to grip. So the Stamparatus comes into its own really when we're doing these large images, backgrounds, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to lift that up. Seem to have got a bit of a line across there, which isn't ideal. Just check that positioning again. So that magnet wasn't over it enough to hold it quite in place. The and then, like I'm doing now, so it would be near enough impossible for me to stamp this in exactly the same place twice. So the Stamparatus is going to allow me to do that. So I've just put that cardstock back where it was, and we're just going to go over that again. Okay, and just be sure that I've got that. There we go, that's better. Okie dokie, so there's our base layer, easy peasy. This just lifts out. You can put stamps on the front, back, and you get two of these sort of doors with your Stamparatus when you buy one. So you've got lots of flexibility straight out of the box. Then we're going to stamp our centres in there. So I'm just going to bring in my my little pad of paper to work on top of. We're going to use the Night of Navy, the coordinated ink there, and I've just picked up, there's a stamp in there that does these centres. So I'm going to twizzle the card round so we get them, so they sort of look different but the same at the same time, if you know what I mean. So there we are, that's our background layer all done. We do want to stamp our sentiments, so we will need our Pool Party ink. Don't work with you alright, to be honest. So we're going to do Hello Friend. This is just a scrap of basic white cardstocks, and then we can cut down the layer afterwards. So it's approximately 1 3/4 inches. No, it isn't, that centimetres. It's 7 centimetres, whatever that is. Look at that. It's 2 3/4 inches apparently. But probably going to trim that down a bit. So just lining this up, because of the design of these stamps, it's actually really easy to line those up because they're a very sort of square design. So there's our hello in the light colour, and then we're going to go over the top with our friend sentiment in the darker ink. So light tapping, and we're just going to bring that in over the top, overlapping like so. Alright, so that's our sentiment. I'm going to bring in the trimmer. Love the trimmer. It's going to make sure you can see the ruler there. So I'm just going to crop that as close as I dare. So the I'm just lining up the text with the aperture for the cutting blade there, both top and bottom. And then we're going to do the same with the width. Like so. Get rid of our scrap. So that's ended up at about 1 7/8 of an inch by about 1 3/8, if you want to know. But like I say, I didn't actually measure it, I just wanted it, just cut it down to the appropriate size. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this, so I'm going to do them sort of top and bottom edges, because we're going to add some ribbon, and I want that to kind of go around the ribbon so it sticks onto the card. Okay, the ribbon's going to go around our basic white layer, so I'm going to bring that in, and we've got this beautiful pool party ribbon that we can add to this. Alright, so I'm just going to use a bit of I'm going to add some ink to the edge of that, I think, just to lift it slightly. I'm going to add some ink, add some of the ribbon. I've just seen where it was going to land. So I want it roughly here, and we can wrap it around a couple of times. If I've cut it long enough, which I have. Okay, so that's that. It's really lovely, subtle ribbon on there. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of ink to the edge of this. Now, there's a few ways you can do that. The quickest and easiest way, if you're starting out and you haven't got many supplies, is to just touch the edge onto the ink pad. I mean, touch it, don't dig it in, don't damage your ink pad. Okay, so I'll just do that. And here I hold it down, it's going to wick up the, oops, don't stick your finger in it either. Okay, and you'll be amazed how much of a difference that will make to making that pop up off the card. It's going to take a minute or two to dry, so you just need to watch that you're not transferring that ink with your fingers. Okay. And that will, so the dimensionals being top and bottom on there just mean that they will make contact with the cardstock, and that will make it more secure. Put some tape on the back of there and layer it onto our United Navy. Let's make sure it's straight. And then that can go onto our card base. And we can just add our little ribbon bow. Okay, so we'll just thread that underneath there and tie that into our bow. So just do a single knot first, cinch that together, and go around with your loops. And just secure that. And then just make those loops and tails as big or as small as you want them to be. Trick is getting them even and in the right position. And this is quite sheer, so because if it's hanging over the sentiment, it's not going to show too much anyway. And we will just trim those off like so. Really delicate ribbon there, just to add a little bit of texture to the sentiment. And that's it. Really quick and easy. As always, have a look in the description for the products I've used today. Hope you've enjoyed that, and give me a thumbs up, and if it's your first time visiting this channel, please do subscribe. Thank you so much everybody, stay safe, bye.